start off with trays.
I can talk about injuries.
Fucking leg hole, man. I already heard the leg hole story.
No. Leg hole has already been covered. Okay, just kidding. Not injuries. No, injuries are fine. We'll do that.
Leg hole, man.
We're going to start the damn podcast right now. Everything has to go. We're movers. We talk about stuff. I'm Bennett. White Oak, Strawberry McThickums, Burgundy Stallion,
Your tree
next.
Started off.
I'm Brad. Hi, Brad. Hey, Brad.
That's
Hello,
it?
Brad.
You're just Brad now?
Dude, we got to do a wipe here.
Okay.
All right.
Season 2.
We got Kyle, the drywall assassin, a.k.a. Fredward Coleslaw, a.k.a. Swamp Ash.
We got Slick Nick, a.k.a. Eastern Red Cedar, a.k.a. Beast from the East.
AKA.
Wait, what?
I don't know if that's going to be incorporated into
beat
season
that
2.
out.
We'll see about that.
I'm Trey. Julesburg Juniper.
Boot. River Birch. Angry Hippie.
Grumpy hippie, right? Or angry?
Grouchy.
Either or.
I don't know.
Either of the three.
It's angry and tired this week.
Grumpy, grouchy, angry. All of them.
So mad.
Very
All right.
mad.
Sean, AKA Tracy Seltzer, AKA Lake Hold Man, AKA Rich Mahogany.
First timer here. I'm Kalen.
First and last.
First and last. I'm Kalen, also known as Kaylani, and a new one, which is the Woke Willow.
Alright, you're out.
You're done.
Get out.
Yeah, that's first and last. But
It's
Kalen.
Hey guys.
Every kiss begins with Kalen.
Every Republican
AKA
is
Say
now
Josh
turning
when you
his
see
ass.
Kalen's other one, Suicide Bomber.
Oh, also,
Hawk
Josh's
man.
mistress.
Yeah, we're really talking shit about that guy.
Yeah.
All right, who else? Who else?
I am Derek, a.k.a. Dyslexic Dare, or Delta Dare, and or
Dyslexic
Dabbin
Dare
Dare,
himself.
and or Killa and Tortilla, brought to you by Jeans.
That's true. Ralph, you sticking around? All right. He's here.
It's you. Rowdy's here.
Introduce yourself.
Roddy Ralph, the tamale eating bandit.
I like
You're
that.
about to go back to no tamales, Brad.
That's all right. I got him for mostly Ralph.
He let me have one.
So we might have another guy trickle in. Who cares? There's a bunch of us. We're going to be all loud and shit.
Especially that guy. You don't need to care about him too much.
We'll introduce him when he gets here.
You
I
don't
guess
need to do that.
we decided to talk about injuries because old Dare here got some stitches. That's the first stitches I've seen in a long
I
time.
fucking got, dude.
Yeah, what killed you?
I got 6 stitches on a bitch-ass 9-foot gorilla rack that Adam Dunn told me was going to fit in the truck no problem. Well, that rack was 105 inches tall, and our trucks are only 99 inches tall. So I was getting this fucking shelf out. I got the top one off, no problem, clearly, because it's on the top. I get the second one going. You have to go corner to corner, like, you have to pick one bottom up, get it to the corner, the other corner to the bottom corner, and then slide it out. And we have Sam come up and just like shove the fuck out of it to where it gets stuck. And that pisses me off. I'm on like a fucking wheelie, like, step ladder stair stool, like what was that, like at stores, like fucking Home Depots, they're actual stairs. And so I'm like now doing like the dips on it, just drop kicking this fucking particle board. Go down one, tell Sam to back the fuck off, get the second one out cleanly, and then Sam just decides to do his same thing. Well, I think if we just do this, like, it's gonna go great. And then I just got pissed. I ripped my gloves off, and I yanked it up, and I slashed the fuck out of my finger in between the wood and the metal frame. So
Where the hell was it rack that tall? Was it just a garage?
It was in a tall
It's in
storage
storage.
unit.
Okay,
Tall
storage.
storage unit.
Was it built in the storage unit?
Probably.
It had to have been.
It's normally what happens with ones that are too tall to come out.
Sean?
Yeah, what the
Can I
fuck you
ask
doing
what
over
the
there?
fuck's so funny? Did you see his face?
What the fuck are you guys up to on the
Got
other
a
side
guest
of the table?
Hot
guest
abs
appearance
over
from
Think
French
you saw
Stewart
that
over
face,
here.
right?
Sorry.
I thought you guys were stoners.
Doink Nation.
But yeah, got by a metal shelf. 6 stitches later.
Yeah, I'll. Somebody's got a picture. I'll try to post a picture. It's pretty gross.
Oh, definitely, I got him.
Oh, yeah.
I have a video
You
of
can shoot me
it.
one,
I have
too.
a video of the flap all opened up too.
I want to see the flap
Oh,
all
no, you
open.
can shoot that to me. I can
I
incorporate
got you.
that. Yeah,
I
for
got
sure.
you, dude.
When he says flap, that's when you need to have the video of him just flapping his flap showing up.
Yeah, the
over
dude
and
that
over
was
again.
cleaning it out, dude, he was like holding my flap up and like opening it up. I swear to God, it looked like a fresh little puss. And I was like, God damn, he's like, you're really responding to this pretty good. And I was like,
Doug, you see what's between my legs? I got
but, yeah, no, he was like, you're responding to this well. I was like, well, I just want to get this shit over with.
you. I like playing with flaps. It's cool.
Was those his words or yours?
What? Which one?
Fresh puss.
Those were mine.
I just,
I was hoping they put it on the medical.
that's, yeah,
Fresh
doctor.
puss.
What'd you tell him your profession was?
Oh, I told him I was relocation specialist and a crew leader.
He's like, I don't know what that means.
I wrote it down. They probably couldn't read it.
I've said to him I move furniture, and every time the response is, oof.
Yeah, yeah. Every time I mention what I do, like at store, and then they're like, "What do you do?" I was like, "Work for a moving company." They're like, "Ooh, I couldn't do that. That's be tough." I'm like,
Because you're a pussy.
"Yeah." Also, Derek, I need to know. You gave me the exact measurements for how tall the truck is.
Yeah.
I've seen you struggle to pick a box out of the attic before. How did you get all the way up there?
It's called a tape measure, my good dude.
Yeah, yeah,
A
still.
broken tape measure. So I also have a video of me throwing the fuck out of the tape measure that day because it pissed me off. I'll send you that too.
Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll upload it
No,
somewhere.
you
or
respect your
something.
equipment. I don't respect you.
No.
Yeah, respect her.
Was there anything else recent? People getting fucked up? Oh, Sam and Jake aren't here. But Sam,
Yeah.
who was there for that? Did Sam drop the door?
Oh, I was there.
What?
So, yes.
What?
Long story short, we were trying to get all these doors off of like a garage, like, you know, like storage cabinets, but the customers hadn't put the doors on yet. So there was like 70 fucking doors, dude. And Sam was trying to give them to Jake like individually. But
Heavy metal
he was in
ones.
the middle of a story of like some random stuff. He's like, yeah, you know, like when I check under my sink, like there's not necessarily all the products I need. And then this fucking this door just fell from the back of the
feels
truck.
pain.
Jake is standing on the floor, like on the ground outside of the truck. And this door just domes Jake like so fucking hard. And I've never seen Jake like just instantly stop talking and just like go into a crouching position so fucking fast.
I heard it was Tebowing.
It was a straight
He did
T-bone.
a Tim
He
Tebow.
just came down and he just goes,
And he didn't. Yeah,
God damn.
Little quick
yeah
prayer.
that was the only
like the
thing he
only
said,
thing he
and then it was silence for like a minute and a half. It was just like you had to like be like, "Did you get cut?" And he was like, "Nah."
No, it's just
It's just
yeah.
Just didn't want to speak after that.
It's fair.
That's pretty rough.
I just
Then we got lunch though.
Lunch makes it always better.
It certainly does. It makes the end of the day so much better.
Jake doesn't normally eat, so when you see him eating, you know something.
And speaking of Jake, it's not technically an injury. Remember one time was me, Jake, and you one day on the job. When I was over, we were over at those green storage units up in Loveland. I kind of like when you go
A
up to,
storage unit?
yeah, the green
Yeah.
ones.
It's
Yeah.
it's called
A storage
Storage
place.
place.
It's
Yeah.
a storage.
storage.
I'm not trying to say the name. I'm saying
I was
the
thought it
green
was
ones. You know
on.
what I mean?
There's
Those
another
ones.
green one.
It was that job. It was me, you, and Jake when we put that umbrella into like a 20-foot like tall rug and then stood it up and
We
everything.
stood it all the way up?
Yeah, yeah. It was
Who
that job.
unloaded that?
I don't know.
You
My-
fucked yourself up.
I wasn't there because I remember it was Jake who was there, and I was just started raining. This was on one of the trucks. There wasn't any like grape tape or anything on there. Started raining. He was going down with the book stack. All we hear is, "Oh no!" He just turned it on. And you just see him just cheese grating his ass just all the way down the ramp and everything. It was so fucking funny because he just sat on the ground. It's like, my ass hurts. Just-
So
Who was that?
that was Jake. That happened to Jake, but he deliberately like let it happen because he felt himself slipping. So he just sat down and let himself go. This is like completely different than what happened to you, bro. So it was me, Jake, and Brad.
That was like God.
We're
took
at
my
a
feet
storage
out from
unit,
under me, bro.
and dude, it was snowing like a
Jesus,
motherfucker.
take the dolly. You know what I mean?
Snowing like crazy. We didn't have a floor runner on the ramp at this point. It happened after this happened, but fucking Brad is taking a hefty box stack down and just falls and slides all the way down, but just pops up and just walks away like nothing happened. He goes, "Oh shit!" and Jake just goes, "Don't try to cool guy that shit, bro." And Brad goes, "Oh my ass! Cheese right in my butt! Right in my ass cheese!
My ass is gone."
Like literally at the start of the ramp too, it was just like
My favorite part was Jake's description because him and Derek were in the storage unit, so all they could see was the ramp, and it was like, boom! You came into view, you went out of view, stupid look on your face the whole way, and then you just got up yelling, "I cheese grated my butt!"
I have another good injury per se. It was on an office job with Bob. Remember Bob?
Yeah.
When I was moving it was Kyle and Boot. They were taking a filing cabinet or something, and I stopped because I just had a bunch of light boxes, and I stopped, and Bob was standing right there. Our cuss, he's like, "So you just gotta stand there?" And I was like, pointed to the other hallway because I saw Boot and them come. I was like, "Well, I can just stand here and hold this. I'm not gonna let them do that." He comes, he's like. The other two guys comes with that big ass thick filing cabinet. I was like, "Well, I guess that's okay then." I was like,
It's the people who tipped us in the Jesus literature.
No, Caleb, I'm getting to something. Like, we're talking about injuries. Because remember, I was moving something with you. I was moving something. Yeah, I was moving something with Kaylin. It was that. It was that same.
I had to take
first
over
month.
at the bottom.
Yep, it was the
By the
same
way.
filing cabinet that I saw Kyle and like Boo completely flexed out on moving and everything. And we had to take it to a second story switchback with like just all metal and like stone stairs and
Metal and
everything.
tile.
And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll get this with Kyle or Boo and everything because it was heavy as shit. They both grab something and take off, and I'm just standing there with Kaylin. I'm like, all right, there's literally only office tables and fucking filing cabinets are heavy as shit because we told them to empty them, but they didn't empty them. Surprise. And so I was like, all right, Kaylin, we can do this. You're going to be on the bottom. I'm going to be on top. The first set of stairs, terrible. Bad with Kaylin. This is when he first started, too.
This
So,
was
like,
my first month, and
Yeah.
I was doing an office move that was like a shitty walk right before two
walk.
sets of metal stairs. It was terrible, and I was going up with Sean halfway up like the second flight, and I just could not, like, I was dying, and I guess I don't know what necessarily I was doing.
I was pulling it up, and I was like, Kaylin, on 3, 1, 2, 3, and I was pulling up, and then he was trying to push it from the bottom.
Well,
I don't know
step
what
by step,
happened.
yeah.
He lost it, and
Yeah.
then immediately I just went, boom, just fully
he
like fell
backwards.
down, slid down, and the thing's just on me like this. I'm like, and Kaylin's like, Sean, what do I do? I was like, not mad. Just go get Boot or Josh. Go get Boot or Kyle right now. Just go get them.
Why would you ask for Josh?
No, because it was us, dude. It was just, I was like, go get Boot or Kyle right now and just tell him what happened.
That was like, maybe 15 seconds
No,
later.
it
I
wasn't
caught up
even,
from
it
behind
wasn't
and I
even
was
like a
oh,
minute,
yeah,
not even
okay,
30
I got
seconds
this.
later. I just hear just feet running and the cows. He's like, Sean, you go. I was like, I need someone to get this. Get this off me.
I got you, bro. All right.
I remember feeling
Took over,
so
but-
bad too,
Yeah.
because I just see this like double wide filing cabinet crush on as he falls back. Not like a few stairs, but like a bunch of stairs. And they're metal, like the graded ones that
A
keep
bushel
track,
stairs.
like
Oh.
a bushel. Yeah, the
bushel.
ones that have the
Not-
holes
not
in
a
them.
dozen.
Yeah. So I just knew I could see him under that too, and I was like, "Shit, I need to do something now. Like, what do I do?" And luckily Kyle came,
left.
saved the day, but.
No, like they went. They got it off me. And
far behind.
yeah,
We
they
were
got
at
it
the
off
bottom of
me,
the
and they got it
stairs.
up there. I remember just for the next 2 hours, had to unload. Kim was like, "Sean, I'm so." I'm like, "Dude, I'm not even mad at you. I'm just mad at myself for trying to move that with you because I should have known better. Should have known better after that first set of stairs. Like before we even got to the switchback, I should have known." But I was like, "No, we're already fucking here. We can get it." Nah. Next thing you know, it's just on my back, just like.
And I totally understand that feeling too now, like working with Sam. But Kyle also surprisingly it was Kyle who saved the day as well. I was moving a
Oh, that
big
table.
yeah, and I got that same feeling. I was like, well, he can't do it, and I think it was my fault because I started that off with him. I was like, yeah, let's go, Sam. Like we can take it, and
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. You got to break in people somehow. But
You do.
that
You
was once you guys got to that point, and I could see that, I was like, Sam, you gonna be good
was
with
a
that? And he
struggle
was
through the
like,
front door.
I want to say yes, but I can't be totally sure. And I was like, wrong answer, bro. Get off it.
Yeah,
I got it.
What do you?
He hit me
That's
with that
so
the
I
other
want to
day.
hear maybe.
I think I got this. All right, dude.
No.
I'm gonna put my hand right here. You let it go, and then I'm gonna slowly just inch
Oh no,
in
it was
there.
already on the ground. 'Cause
It
it
was-
wasn't
no.
locked,
Yeah.
so they had to set it so that you.
Well, and
they
I
could
told
lock
him to set it too because it was a struggle to get through the front door, and that was like a marble
He has
table.
no spatial awareness for
No.
that, especially with tables. That's been like that was with the whatever the other guy
Chase?
that's not here anymore. That the two of them trying to carry that table through that door was the
It
most
took 15
ridiculous
minutes.
thing I've seen. In
Me and
Oh
Salofi
my
sitting
God.
on the back of the truck, just laughing our ass off as we try to watch these two new guys try to fit a door, a very light door, by
vertical,
the way.
vertical, and get turning it table. It's like no.
Sam hit me with that the other day too. Was like, "Do you got this,
Held that in a
Sam?" And
little
he's
too
like,
long
"You
right
know,
there."
I don't know." But I was like, "All right, Jay, we'll hop off this."
wrong
And it
answer.
was a stainless steel fridge, and I made him do it though. I was like, I was on the dolly, but I made him guide me and shit. So like, if I saw him guiding me too much, I just like pull it back and like kind of show him what I'm like doing this wrong, you know. But I had Jay standing behind him, gripping them cheeks firmly.
Oh yeah.
That dude, hey, that dude does have
got-
some very big calves. He told us, he goes, dude, I have big calves, Derek. He goes, I'll show up tomorrow with shorts on. I was like, okay. He's going up the ramp, and I looked over it. Was that you? Me and Trey looked at each other like, what the?
He was like, well, when you're a fat guy and you walk a lot, you
I
just
go,
have a lot more weight.
how'd you get
You
such
get
big
abs.
fucking calves? He goes, when you got so much weight like I do, dude, you're just constantly lifting on your legs. All right.
He's not wrong.
He's
like,
not. He's
honestly.
really
Hey,
not.
man,
So that's
He's
like
not
the
wrong.
only
I do got
defining
some like
dude.
monster
It's like,
calves.
why
I
is that
gripped
so
him
much
like
sense
this,
then?
Kyle. I gripped him like that. Was like, what the
I saw.
fuck?
That was
I
my
still laugh
nickname
at-
when I played lacrosse. My nickname
got
was
some thick calves, too.
implants because they said my calves look like
Oh,
breast
that is
implants.
true, Kyle. You did have really big calves. Now that I think about it too. But also, I still remember
It was a
this one
different
day.
time back then.
It was like a year or something ago, like during the summer. It was me, Brad, and Boot hanging
get
out
away
in
with
like
that.
the back of the shop because we were the first ones off. You were wearing your little blue dickies that you wear and everything. And like, I don't know why it came up, but you wanted to go do something and you stretched. And I remember Brad just saw your calves. He's like, Boot, I've seen it get huge on some things. How can you do that with your calves that small? And then Boot was just immediately like, just strong, dude.
Dude, I've seen Boot move things that I
Oh,
don't think
yeah.
a fucking human should be able to move, dude.
No, it was just so funny how it happened because Brad was like,
Looked like a golf ball stuck in a string.
it was just so fucking funny. He's like, how could he even walk? And he's like, just strong, dude.
If you wear high socks, do they fall down?
Oh god, I just remember that so vividly talking about calves. It was so fucking funny. I just remember you were just so taken back when you said they were like,
Fuck you, Brad.
It's all right, man. You're built like a Greek guy.
I'm way stronger than you, Brad.
That's the competition. I was fighting. Well, actually, I believe that now. After Brad being off.
Yeah, dude, all that keyboard
Oh.
does.
Well, first off, we've all seen each other arm wrestle before at my beer Olympics. I remember it was Bennett and Rao were like this for like 10 minutes. And also me and
I don't
Trey.
even remember that. No.
Where's that you and Brad?
Fake news.
That was me and Bennett.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, it was those guys who were like just straight flexed out on one of the tables in the backyard, just arm wrestling.
I flexed out on Salofi the other night, but he was fucking holding back.
I just remember pulling my hammy.
Yeah.
We fucked each
Our
other's
roll,
arms that day.
that was
dude.
me and you. That was me and Trey that were locked in that.
Oh,
brace.
okay.
Oh shit! Hey,
That's
hold
right.
up.
My leg, I'm
Because
like,
we
"Oh."
both, because that next day I talked to you and I was like, all right, man, I'm old. Hey, this is part of injury too. Because I was like, I'm so
'Cause
fucking
you're
old, man,
old?
that we were drunk arm wrestling and my fucking hamstrings hurt.
I was like, dude, it's so
You're like, my
I remember
toes
how
were
that got
cramping,
brought up.
bro.
We're all just hanging out of nowhere. We're just like, we're fucking arm wrestling around. I was like, what? What is happening?
And then I remember I crushed Brad. Boom!
I wasn't there.
Yeah, I wasn't even there,
Yeah.
dude.
That's right.
Stone Cold. So you beat Stone Cold then.
That's right,
even
that's
more
Yeah, he was
impressive.
stone cold.
That was like 20 minutes per
Boo.
Stone Cold.
Injury. Remember when we were taking that fucking safe down to Mary's basement after we picked up the safe from Jack's and all of the shelves from Jack's? You and George were up top. Me and JD were down
And
low.
somehow no
And-
one got injured.
And dude, that's when it crushed. I have pictures of it. It crushed the fuck out of my leg, dude.
Crushed-ish. I mean, you didn't break your leg.
It didn't, but I was on the staircase
Yeah.
like this with a fucking 850-pound safe resting on my ankle while JD.
550s.
Okay.
It was actually
Dude, if it was your ankle, it would have been dust.
It was actually a gun cabinet, so it was about 150
Yeah,
pounds.
no.
Dude, but straight up, when
It was the worst
What I was
idea
gonna say
ever.
was like when it happened and it slipped and I heard you go, get the fuck out of there, and JD's sliding down on his stomach and then gets against the wall and he's ready to
It's like,
brace it with
what
his legs.
are
Like, you're
you
gonna break
doing?
your
Yeah,
body.
you're gonna
You're
kill
lucky it
yourself.
stopped on my ankle like a doorstop, dude. And then JD's trying to lift it off my leg and it came up like this much and I just had to yeet it out from there.
Yeah, and it was
Fuck
attached.
that lady,
It
too.
was attached to like 4x4s on the bottom.
Yeah, so yeah, it just crunched it, dude.
Oh.
I
But
have a
we
picture
tried
of my
to-
ankle
there was
and it
no
was like
room
this
for a
fat the
dolly,
next day, dude.
And it
Yeah,
was you go in through a door,
2 stairs down, switch back.
fucking 90 degree, a few stairs down, 90
Yeah.
degree,
Yeah.
and then a long
And they were
stairs
all
base.
plywood
I hate-
still, like
Yeah.
non-carpeted, super
And,
slick, and fuck,
hate
the
We tried
only
to
hand
carry
grip you
it
guys
from the
had,
top.
this was
And-
George right here, and then you were on the other side like that. Like that's all you guys had up top. And then when I heard get the fuck out of there, I just see JD.
And, four dudes in a tight fucking
It was horrible.
staircase. Gets
Sounds like a
sweaty
porno right
pretty
there.
quick.
Yeah, I don't.
Four
I
dudes in
never,
a
on the
tight
top of a
staircase.
fucking
What
piece of
happened?
I found
next?
that picture the other night, and I was
So
like,
dumb.
dude, my ankle was fat as fuck after that. It wasn't like, it definitely wasn't broken. I could walk on
Can
it.
you
and shit, but
imagine
dude,
if
it
that
was
would have like
fat, bro.
caught on your leg and rolled
And just
over?
rolled over.
yeah.
Oh my god! But it was
Could've
already like
happened.
just laying on the
Yeah.
stairs though. But like if it was up still, like it would have killed me.
Yeah, and then JD.
Either that or I would have been in a fucking wheelchair. Like,
they would have just cut it off above the knee. And, you've been
and then they probably like, yeah.
Wound him and found
But
his,
then you've been set for life.
I would have.
Like the guy from Office Space.
Until they were like, nah, we've been
I would have been the first
firing
James.
this guy for months.
Yeah. Looks like you failed your drug test for marijuana.
Fake pee, bro.
we put 4 10x20 storage units into that townhouse.
Yeah, that lady sucks, dude.
Did you see that? She was alright. That
The
day.
way
She
she
was
looked
nice,
at me
but-
after her safe dropped on me and then looked at her walls, I was like, fuck your wall. But what
Yeah,
about my
fuck
leg,
your
you
wall.
fucking...
All right. Speaking of walls and stuff, Boo, have you talked about what happened 2 weeks ago with that couch for an hour and a half? Me, you, Kyle, and Jay.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
did
Yeah,
you talk
we
about-
did
Oh, I
talk
listened to you.
You
I
were
listened
here,
to the
yeah.
podcast.
I was not
Because
here
I
either.
did, yeah.
I didn't
Didn't
comment,
really-
but
I
I
needed
did
your
like.
All right, well,
description.
this is
Yeah,
a podcast I need to listen to.
I literally remember, like, we were trying to get it out. I just heard, and I looked up, and the entire trim just fucking started
Yeah.
cracking in half. And
That was
everything. I
a
was like,
sturdy-
oh, fuck.
A sturdy fucking couch. I tried to break it and couldn't.
Oh, I was
Like, seriously.
no, Boo. I was literally about to break it because it was when you
Was
were
it
right there.
even
I was like,
out?
Boo. I was like, I can pull this. I can get this out of here by now. I just gotta pull it another 2 inches. You were like, Sean, if you do that, you're gonna snap that whole board. I was like, I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck, dude.
And we've
been on this for
anyway,
an
so-
hour and a half already. Like,
Let's go ahead and transition a little bit. I have been trapped in the office for the last week, and then I was out of town for the week before, so I don't have any this week in
Oh, I
moving.
do.
So what's happened in the
It's
last
been
2 weeks?
Schmeg Week.
Yeah.
It's like Shark Week, but Schmeg Week.
I could
It's
see
the
that.
first
Yeah.
week of March every year.
It gets a little bit warm and everyone wants
Oh
to start
my
moving again.
fucking
It
God,
stops
dude.
snowing.
And they're all
just
lying
for a
about
little
what
bit.
they got.
Oh, every
always.
single one.
Like,
This whole week
more
is
so
just-
than recent weeks. Like they're all just like the jobs are all blowing up again.
I felt
we're
like
getting
when-
long days.
Yeah.
Who was anyone there? So 4th floor on College Avenue, no elevator, 1900s building basically.
Oh,
Josh was on that one.
Josh was
yeah,
on that, yeah.
and to a 3rd
Were you
floor
ready?
in Windsor, I think. Although he confirmed that fucking address. You were there, yeah. You confirmed that fucking address with her twice. Windsor Court, Fort Collins. It was steeplechase in fucking Windsor the whole time.
this sounds very. There's the same amount of syllables in
Dude,
that, right?
it was just a pure snag fest. I'm still sore from it today, and it's Friday. That was Tuesday.
There was an estimate I did yesterday where I talked to a guy about like moving stuff, and I kept telling him if you add stuff, the price is going to change. You add stuff, the price is going to change. I put in the notes. I told this guy about 6 times that the price is going to change if you add stuff. He called back today, added a whole bunch of shit, and in the notes I have yesterday. I put all that, and the next one was he added a bunch more shit, and I showed that to Jake, and Jake just started laughing at it. It's like, I got the proof, motherfucker. It's signed.
Dude, he sent 2 emails
At
too.
least you did it.
He was like, "Hey, I forgot this stuff, guys. Like, I hope that's not a problem." And then, like 20 minutes later, sent another email that was like, "Oh, also, I forgot about this motorcycle. Can you guys move that?"
That was a big old no.
Dude,
The
we've done
schmackiest
3
month
motorcycles.
ever, bro.
I was with like.
I've definitely done motorcycles.
Dude, it was the dude that was getting on his motorcycle. Was like, I'm just gonna back it up. You guys just stand next to me. We were at like
Yeah.
Austin.
Yeah, I was
Pattinson's
behind him
fucking
holding on
apart-
to the back.
Yeah, dude, and that was so sketchy because he should not have been on that bike.
No.
Like, no.
He did not seem
Oh my
comfortable
God,
on that
was
bike.
horrible. It looks like he never rode that bike in a day of his like this one that's back here. Not a day in its life has it been fucking
Yeah,
ridden.
whose motorcycle could that be?
No.
And speaking of jobs and everything, last week, I think it was last Sunday or Saturday, when it said on the notes that I had to work with Harrison. Please don't do that to me again. Please.
He
Why?
has to
You're
work
leaving.
with Harrison.
I
You gotta do
literally,
it,
What's so
I
bad? About it? You want to
basically-
hang out with him all the time, but you don't want to.
I basically
what's
ran
it
that job. I talked to
Yeah.
the customer about literally everything that was fucking happening.
I should.
And he was always like, "Sean, okay, what signatures do I need?" I was like,
I made him
"Well, you
ghost
need
me
this
the other
one, this
days.
one. Make sure to bring this up." Oh
Sean,
my
Sean,
God.
The other day I made him ghost me. I was like, "This is what we're gonna do." I was like, "At the end of the day, I'm gonna make you do the contract, but
Shadow,
I'll just
not
talk."
ghost, but yeah.
Whatever. Fuck you.
Sorry.
I'm dyslexic, bro. Dyslexic dare. And I
Doesn't mean you don't know what the thesaurus
does,
is.
dude.
No, that's Joinkin.
I don't
there
think you're
talking
dyslexic.
to me. Yeah.
You know the words, you just can't
So-
spell them.
Exactly, dude. Duality. But
Yeah.
no, I made him do the fucking paperwork, but then I just still. I
No,
made
I
him
was
watch
literally having to walk him through even how to run the job and to add up all the numbers and everything at the end and do all that
Yeah,
shit.
I made him.
Literally,
do that.
like, I'm not even a fucking crew leader. I literally have to walk.
You literally should be a crew leader.
I leave in 2 weeks. So,
Yeah, someone had to
Anyway,
get one.
no.
You,
Yeah,
you.
I got some for this week in moving. I got to walk a job, which was pretty sweet.
Yeah, dude, cat piss, cat shit. I got pictures
Cat
of it.
piss
You got
and cat
pictures of
shit
it?
all over it. I didn't take any
I copped
pictures
some
because
pictures.
we
It's
spent
the
so little
followers.
time there that I didn't even have
Yeah,
time to take
I caught pictures. I'll send you that
Because you know
shit.
he was going to save that. That was basically like the last thing that we covered.
Dude.
And I walked in there and I was like, yeah, I heard about this morning. And like, it's real fucking gross in here still. So what are we doing about this? Because we're not taking any of this if it's in this state. Like,
Yeah.
you were supposed to clean all
Dude.
this stuff. And he's like, who told you that? Who said that? Nobody ever said anything to me about needing to clean it. And I was like,
Your
well,
cat
I
throw
don't
up
care.
literally
I'm not
covering
fucking
the
touching
fucking-
that. Like,
Hell no.
That
that's
didn't even
disgusting.
look real. The
Shit,
pictures
no.
I saw.
Yeah, Jake
Oh, it
literally.
was gross.
Jake
Jake
got
in there
real
was
bad.
even worse.
me and Jake got the fucking water rowing machine out of there.
Mhm.
That's what we got out of there. And then Jake started taking apart that
The
fucking
Bowflex,
Bowflex thing.
yep.
He got about halfway through that, and I walked in there. I was like, "Yo, dude, let me know if you need a hand." But I am not sticking around in here. I'm
Yeah.
allergic to cats,
Oh, yeah.
and this is like the cat room, dude.
Mhm.
So I walked out, and I came back, and Jake wasn't in there. And Jake goes, "I fucking gave up, dude. I'm not touching that shit. I
Yeah.
told you I was okay with it with my gloves on, and I'm not okay
It's
with
not.
it anymore."
Yeah.
He's like, "I was there with it in my face, and I was like, yeah, dude, that's
That's
fucking disgusting."
unacceptable. Yeah.
It was so crusty. If you went to lift on one of them, it would have picked up the bottom, the
mats
floor.
were
It picked up the floor
ripped
mat.
because stuff was stuck to it so
Dude,
bad.
I literally
I
pushed
went to
on
like
the
walk
seat.
around in there and my feet were sticking to it so
Yeah.
bad that I was just
Yep.
like, no, dude,
Dude,
we're not
I
doing
pushed
that.
on the Bowflex, like the bike seat that had the real big stain on it. Picture included on this point right now, guys. And dude, I lifted on it and it picked up the rubber mat,
Yeah.
and it didn't fall back off. And when I stomped it down, it goes and it just like broke apart
Yeah.
into so many pieces.
Yeah,
But
and of
I will
course,
pause now, real quick.
He went for he was trying to like make it seem like it was a big deal for us, and he was like, "Fine, well, I guess if you're not moving those things, then you're not moving everything." And I was like, "Perfect,
Fuck
all right,
you.
we're out." And he was like, "Well, I mean, like." But just yeah, I'll just find somebody else.
You
'cause
egg-headed
they'll do this
motherfucker.
shit and they'll take that fucking pool table too. And I was like, no, they won't. All right, we're out.
Dude, that's a one slate. That's one piece of
I'm
slate.
sure.
It wasn't three pieces of
we
slate.
didn't
it was
even look
one
at
piece
it
of slate.
because again, it was just
One
like,
piece.
nope.
Remember?
Wait a minute.
We-
Was this jabroni we moved up to fucking
Rowdy.
where the north?
No.
Oh, Humpty Dumpty.
Hold on, before we go any farther.
yeah.
Someone just fucking walked in. Who was it?
It was Joshua Lean,
That's
What's
it?
your AKA?
What's your AKA?
AKA.
AKA.
Oh,
Guess who doesn't listen to the podcast?
Yeah.
Josh
I'd be
does
the
it.
one.
Boo.
Yeah.
AKA. We call him Jolene.
The American
We
Heathen.
call him Jolene, Jay Leanne, Kaylani. What's your guys' mix actually? What's your guys' mix? Kayleen, yeah, Kayleen. It's,
He knew off the
it's,
top of
it's
his head.
Kaylin and Josh Lean. You know what I'm saying? Like they're the Kaylin twins,
Well,
or the Kayleen twins.
I think it's good to throw in heathen. I feel like you can have.
Yeah, we
also
can-
got
American heathen.
The Montreux sapling. Yeah, I think that's good.
Joshua
Ridgeway
Smith.
sapling.
Joshua.
Joshua
Oh, there you go.
Smith. That's a good one. I haven't heard that yet.
How many gold tablets you got in your backyard? Oh, that's Joseph.
Are you wearing your special underwear?
Yeah, do you got the
I
Joshua?
sure am.
tank
You gotta show,
pants on?
us now. You gotta show us your underwear now.
Joshua tank pants right here. Oh no, you don't have underwear on. That's a good thing.
Oh, you did forget underwear today. Okay.
He
All right.
didn't
It's
forget.
Friday.
Forget.
It's Friday. All right.
It's free the balls Friday. Like
Let them breathe.
All right, we'll go back to it. This week in moving. Anybody else got or last 2 weeks?
Well,
last
the
2
only
weeks.
okay.
Today.
So one more quick one on my end too, because when we were talking about super heavy shit, that was another thing that brought that up for me was boot that cabinet thing that we took out of that shed that was just like, what the? Why
That
the
was
fuck do
pretty-
you even have that
right?
thing in the first place?
Oh,
And none of that made any fucking sense.
no,
And
none of
Schmeg,
it did. We
going
just
back
left
to the
it.
Schmeg as well.
No,
Fuck that.
That guy
but
was
yeah.
fucking funny.
I got
though.
one from today. It was
Dude,
me and
we
Cole.
actually have to talk about this dude's wife.
Yes. Well, and the one other line too. We were looking through his house, and he was like, "Yeah, these bags here, they're full of VHS tapes. Everyone needs to move VHS tapes for 600 miles into Kansas." No, they fucking don't.
There's a bunch of shit like that. This here, these buckets, these are lead ingots. They're heavy.
So don't
All right.
bust. He was like, "Don't bust a nut trying to pick one of those up."
something like that. But upstairs when we first got there, honey, you decent? And I don't know what she said, but we saw her and we were like, there is no ever her being decent ever.
Oh no.
No
it was
redeeming
maybe
qualities
the ugliest
whatsoever.
wife I've ever seen in my entire
Yeah,
life.
All she did was sleep the entire time we were there.
And I just want to
Well, I guess she
add,
left for 5 minutes and then came back and then immediately fell back.
Didn't she come back with McDonald's? Is she the one that brought the McDonald's?
That wouldn't surprise me. She looks like a McDonald's eater.
Fiend.
That must
Yeah.
She got 7 ankles or
Oh,
what?
God.
She had
Or she had 12
actually,
ankles.
she had the body type
Oh, yeah.
of that singer from Jabba's Palace.
Yes.
But her face was the size of a pumpkin.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
and she literally had like a bulldog face. Like her
Dog.
face was like sagging like down here, but it was still kind of puffy, and her forehead was
damn.
even sticking out.
Yeah.
Just think if she didn't get all that beauty rest.
God
Oh,
damn.
Yo,
I
so-
mean,
Sounds like
Josh,
mom to me.
today that freezer we were supposed to shuffle out of the basement.
oh shit!
It was
yeah.
like one of those old school ones you'd see in like Nuketown fucking zombies, you know, like the front
A
bubble.
vintage refrigerator.
Vintage as fuck. And they were, I was like, all right, I'm gonna pop the door off, like, of this fucking freezer. And we, like, lined it up, like, 50 times, dude. Was not going up the stairs. So I was like, I'm gonna pop the door off, because this handle, it was, like, one of those handles that, like, comes up all weird, and you have to, like, it's like a horseshoe in a way, and you have to, like, pull it down. Dude, the door wouldn't even fucking open on it.
Yeah.
Like, I was sitting there, like, prying it with my fingers. Josh is pulling it. The customer's like, it's not locked. Like, I don't know what's going on. She's pulling on it, too. And it finally fucking rips open, because how sticky it was. I start to unscrew it, and there's a wire connected to the bottom, and I, like, pulled on it because it's like an attachable wire, and it just broke into like 100 pieces. And I just slid it back into place, took the other 100 pieces back in my pocket, and made it look fine. And she's like, we're trying to sell this. I'm like, well, this never worked in general. If you guys never use it down here, it never worked in general. So I just popped it back in place. It looks pretty now. And then
So Brad, you have a phone call in a
so we
couple
couldn't
weeks.
take the door off. No, if that happens, like, fuck that. That thing's corroded to shit. Like, if pieces were just falling off of it in
Be
general.
like, well, I heard there was a horseshoe on the front of it.
So then
So I heard the door,
she's like,
the handle.
fuck that, don't take the fucking door off then. Take the handrail off. Take the handrail off. Finally get it up there. And this dude just like, it's just like, oh, like, here's $10, you know? Like, okay, cool, dude, great. Like, let's not just talk about how shitty this was. This dude's like, how'd they even get it down there then? It's like one of those jobs that is just like, how the fuck did they get it down here? Because it looks like your guys' doorway has been opened up more since then. Like they remodeled the upstairs. So it's just like, thanks,
It's probably
guys.
like
it was,
that
it was
couch, you know?
100% set
Just,
up for failure, but it worked
and then-
out. It worked
Dude,
out.
and then, boom, just two guys, man. For
That's my tummy if they're not loud.
For that couch from earlier
Yeah,
that we
okay,
talked about, the custody, just, vertical and boop.
That's all he had to say.
Even threw the poop out there, huh?
Yeah, yes, we sure did.
Piranhas.
I wish I could have gotten a video of that.
Right.
Brad just put like 6 beers in the middle of the table, and every hand just went and grabbed
Beer distributor.
hungry.
Except for Derek!
Yeah. Hungry.
Oh, you don't
Thirsty
drink beer,
movers.
Dare?
That's true, I don't.
Hey, hold on, I'll take that one.
Ben his hand didn't get out there fast enough. He wasn't hungry.
I'm leaning back, dude.
Man,
Oh,
okay.
Derek.
This week we moved a woman who houses. So you know how we do the gateway.
Is that like what
jobs?
Harrison did that to you?
Yeah, Betty Ann and Mary Beth were the. So it was like a gateway job, but we moved the person who does the gateway jobs.
So we moved the person who usually hires us.
So there was
to do
2
stuff.
gateway jobs and like a person in one job. And man, so fucking Betty Ann, 65-year-old disabled woman of some kind, just eating an Arby's like right in the kitchen, which was in the main like our way through. Crop dusted me and Trey. So hard.
My eyes were watering.
Dude.
Oh my god. That's
We
honestly-
both had our reactions and then confirmed with each other that it happened. Like, oh man, dude.
No, that's like
That was bad.
that's
That was
just so funny. I love when cussies
rough.
do that because I think we know we talked about this, but it's just so
You
fucking
just
funny.
love
Me, Rao, and George, when you guys went and grabbed something from this chick's basement and everything, and I was in the truck strapping shit, and I came back to go grab something, you were looking at me like, Sean, watch out, man. She just dropped some real heat in that basement. I was like, okay. Walking, I was like, what the fuck? It was bad. I literally went and just grabbed the first thing, got out there, got into the truck. I was like, man, you weren't fucking joking about that, bro. She literally dropped some heat.
It's as if she had like a quart of stag chili the night before.
Are you saying she
Mickey's,
Not the
maybe some
Mickey's.
eggs in the morning.
Just for good measure.
No.
Hell yeah.
She left the door open as a power move.
Yeah, it was
Market
rough
territory.
because I remember Rao called her and everything. She didn't answer, so we knocked on the door. And then she came running around the side because she didn't answer her phone. And I just remember Rao was like, I'm pretty sure she was just dropping that heat while her phone was probably just ringing right there. It's like, oh fuck, I didn't know they were gonna be here. They said they're gonna be here in 15 minutes. It's been 15 minutes. Fuck.
The dude that walked that job the other day went missing for a long time. Jake was looking for him. Everyone's looking for him. And he shows up right behind us as we're moving stuff out. I was like, sorry, dude, I went to the personal bathroom, dropped major shit. It smells bad in there, guys. Don't go in there. Like, just gave us the most like,
Well, he was telling Sam about it, is what he was doing.
Yeah.
He's happy to hear it.
Well, because Sam walked in on him in the master
dude, I've
bedroom
dropped
when he was
major
coming
juice
out
all
of
the
his
time.
master bathroom.
Oh, is that?
having
So he was like,
dropped
oh, I was just taking a
He
shit.
was like, oh, we were looking for you. Where were you? And he was like, oh.
yeah, we were
Yeah, I
walking.
think he asked him, where were you?
We were walking around like yelling his name this whole time though. So then, yeah, I guess when Sam,
Sam
did
was
see
like,
him,
oh,
he did
God,
get
it's
loud.
like
and
good
was
riddance,
like,
huh?
Jake's looking for you.
Describe your pooping experience to me. more,
Yeah,
please.
How long was
Oh
it?
my God.
Was it solid? Was it what?
What was the color? You know?
How big?
That shit's pretty fucking fun.
Was it dry or was it sticky? Are you eating enough fiber? So
Oh, yeah, sometimes if I don't have enough fiber, my poop comes out all weird. It's pretty weird. I don't know. Did you guys have that happen?
Guys ever had a green shit?
He may someday listen to that.
I talked to him. Like,
Cut that all out, but that was just
Going to shit and fart stories now.
I guess.
well, we never.
Oh,
got to
man,
talk about
Brad.
that
I was
one
gonna
day
say,
with House.
Brad, you want to talk about shit and fart stories?
The one time I was working with Ben Rogers, that big son of a bitch, and we were like moving this lady into her. It was a newer trailer, like a mobile home, and it was just dead quiet in that motherfucker. And you know the insulation in there is probably pretty terrible. But I'm doing the paperwork with her, you know, and there's literally a fucking ceiling fan going in there, and she's like, "Sorry, I'm hard of hearing. Let me turn that off so I can hear what you have to say." And it's like, cool, but Rogers asked her if he could fucking go use the bathroom before we left, and she's like, "Yeah, sure." So it's like immediately I'm like, "Okay, cool. So this is the final total we're looking." And she looked at me and she's like, "Go on." You know, I'm like, yes. Oh, and then you just hear, and then Bro, I'm hearing all this going through the paperwork. She obviously can't hear a damn thing.
Oh my god, that reminds me of one time when we went to Spearfish. Remember, it was me, you, Derek, and Mac. I remember when we went to Spearfish, and like it was like near the end of the move and everything and all that. I remember Derek disappeared for a bit. Then we all walked downstairs, and it was just smelled like someone has been drinking Monsters, eating chips, and gummy bears all day.
Yeah, cheddar style.
Yeah, uh-huh. I just remember we walked down there, and it was me like, dude, what the fuck? Did Derek do that?
Rao dropped a way worse one in the basement.
Oh god, and it came up.
When are we
to
moving
the
on?
upstairs.
No, this is something. We have something here.
Custy cut fucking like came down and oh man! Yeah. Or I think he just ripped ass in that.
Yes,
room.
you had just ripped ass in that room.
Oh man!
The Sonnenberg one's my favorite. You dropped the stallion down there. You came out the bathroom. You're like, I'm not even fucking sorry. And you went upstairs and
Clock out to 10:45.
Dude, I know. Me and Gherkin are down there like filling that fucking little room up, or the big room, but filling up that room to the ceiling with shit because they didn't want to get a fucking storage unit, and it was in the basement. But Rao just comes out, looks at us, and we're like, oh, and he's like, I'm not even fucking sorry. And then goes upstairs, and Gherkin's like, oh, God, I just can't hear that.
Can't believe Rao would do that. I love the great Will.
It was glorious.
I'll tell you what I had a seaweed salad.
Ooh.
That's right. No.
Beta and blue cheese crumbles.
That one might be. It's not the gnarliest, but the just scenario was so perfect. Man.
I'm not even sorry.
That was a bad fucking. That was a terrible move too, because like you said, we were getting back here at like fucking 10:30, 10:45 at night. But
I Palpatine to myself when I did it. I was like, good.
Do it.
my only hope is that when we went back and pulled that stuff out of there, which I wasn't there for pulling the stuff out. But my only hope is that there was a pocket still concealed somewhere, like maybe some, lining on a mattress bag or something, and somebody moved that. It was parts of Ghost Past, just. Jesus Christ.
I crop dusted the Custy's master closet pretty hard today. I hope it stuck around.
Just
A little
lingered.
bit, yeah.
Kind of hope it absorbed into the carpet and the walls a little bit, you
You
know?
also got young Ashton's room, I believe.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah!
That was just natural. We were setting down that dresser. Yeah.
I thought it was the wood creaking. It was not.
It was not.
Yeah.
I mean,
Speaking of farts and stuff, you know something I miss? I miss George because of his farts.
Oh my god.
It's just on the days when he'd be walking, you'd be like, you just walk into a room, you'd be like, what
Dude,
the fuck? What the fuck
best
is that?
day.
So all you would hear this downstairs.
That's
all you fucking hear.
Yo, the best day ever of George farting in life was when he learned Eckfield had no sense of smell. We're walking up the basement stairs, and Eckfield's face is like in his ass, bro. And I swear to God, he let out the loudest and the wettest fart. Eckfield stopped, was like, "Did you really just do that?" And I go, "You can't smell." And he goes, "I'm testing you right now. Can you smell that?" He didn't even tell him that though. He just he let it out, and Eckfield looked up at him, and George just kind of shrugged it off like, whatever, dude. You can't smell anyways. It was the funniest shit, dude. And I was like right behind Eckfield, like, oh god. I went back down to the basement. I did not walk up from that walkthrough. Like I was chilling down there for a minute.
Like, dog, I'm gonna go start taking apart
And
this
of course,
stuff that's gonna get
George
taken
does
apart.
that where it's like, I can't remember who was even crew leading it. Someone was crew leading. Then it was George, Eckfield, me. The customer was right in front of them. So like George just shit his pants in the staircase with this lady there.
Yeah, that shit was so gross.
You were there. You had to have,
like
you were leading.
You just triggered my PTSD.
Man, I fucking.
He's having flashbacks. He can smell it now.
You know those gym
He's like,
reports
wait,
that-
it smelled like macaroni, like eggs,
right
with
on
a
his
little
nose.
bit of chili flakes in there.
Dude, he would always.
He
shit-
thought it was the funniest
would
thing too.
always
Later,
shit-
he came up to me and was like, "Did you smell that?"
But then he would always take nasty ass shits like that at customers' houses. Like, it's fine. You gotta
No.
take shit. at
No,
the
it's
house.
not fine.
It's
Yeah,
like
but you gotta
the
take shit
first
at the house,
rule of
and
the
like I would say
unwritten.
every 4 shits, you get that one that you're like, damn, this is a room clear. But George, that was every single time. Or, if you could even have 0.5 shits, he still had that.
They were
And-
like a really bad burp.
And he'd always be like,
a
oh,
really
sorry,
acidic-
I had to take a shit.
I feel like if they were to hold up one of those CO2 sensors and all that when he shot, like when he farted in his pants, it would immediately just be like, man, just go up. You're like, hold on, something's wrong right now. Like,
See, but it's always, and the worst part is that it always wasn't enough. You know what I mean? He would go take that nasty shit, and then you still got 45 more minutes of nasty ass farts, and then you take his secondary offload, and then you were guaranteed another hour after that. He's like, oh, sorry, man, it must have been something I ate. It's like, yeah, dude,
dog, you're lactose intolerant. I see you get cheese on everything.
You ate a fucking pickled egg, a fucking can of tuna, the rest of your fucking sandwich from 3 days ago, and then had 4 pieces of fucking chocolate, bro. Like, of course your shits are disgusting.
I feel like we cannot talk about bad smells and not mention the ventilation and Freddy's with Mr. Rao, and Nick was there for that when Rao took a shit at this house. All through the ventilation.
That's what we were just talking about.
The beginning of
I think they're talking about a different day because they wouldn't have been there for that day.
no, Derek and Sean showed up as a help crew like halfway through, and I was like, "Yo, you guys
We
go
showed up like
downstairs."
as that had just
This
got
was
done
like-
happening.
You guys go downstairs yet? And Derek's like, "Yeah." I was like, "What'd you think?" He's like, "Smelled like shit."
Like, yo,
that was like an hour
Greg, what's it
ago.
smell like down there? I was like, God damn! I'm like, I'm surprised if I need to go drop a deuce right now too.
It was like,
and I'm
in the
pretty sure I
basement.
did drop deuce that day during the deuce smell, so I might have.
I
added to
just
that
love
collection.
the Burgundy Stallion just sitting there slowly shaking his head.
It's just because I'm gonna have to listen to it. I'm gonna have to listen to this twice.
It's the best part. I'm just gonna hear laughter coming from the bedroom. Like, yep, I know what part he's listening to. He's listening to us talk about shit.
For the last 20 minutes.
We're moving this big old lady one time several years ago, and she's in those like weird townhouses that
Big,
I know
old, are we talking
lot of-
age big?
Yeah.
Or like
No, like she was
person
large.
big?
She was large and older. But it was fucking. She like taught overseas and stuff. We actually went back there not too long ago. I was there with the crew, and I was like, oh man, this place brings back memories. But it's these weird townhouse things where you can't even like drive up to them. There's a huge courtyard that goes to all of them, and the only parking is like fucking way far away. Or you could take a fire lane in the back where there's like a fucking retention wall that you have to go over to get up to the back side of them. We've all been there. If you saw the place, you'd be like, yeah, fuck it. But anyways, that's when old fucking Jared Ford was working here. And that dude would take some nasty shits. So we were in the downstairs basement area that had the walkout. It finished downstairs of a townhouse. He takes the nastiest shit, dude. And then fucking just like opens the door enough and then tries to kind of close it. But the shit was so bad that the door opened itself again. But dude, it's like fumigating this entire basement. I'm like, oh my God, Jared, Jesus Christ, why would you do that? He's like, oh dude, I had to. Yeah. So I was like, fuck this. I'll start getting stuff from upstairs and bringing it out front. I go upstairs, dude. She just came out of the bathroom and there was like a different shit smell coming back down. And I was like, we have a war of attrition on our hands.
I'm gonna go fart in your face.
Yeah, dude. I guess if I'm forced to be involved with this, I've said it before on the podcast, but it directly involves you, Derek.
Is this when we moved the fucking motors out of that dude's ABF when I
No,
okay.
no,
Brad,
That's
you
another
can
one.
tell that story.
unrelated.
I like how there's supposed to be injuries, but now we're just talking about farts.
It's supposed to be.
Okay,
I don't remember the job or like what we were doing, but you took a shit right before we were gonna go to like the unload or whatever.
Oh yeah. I
And we
did.
were doing the walkthrough, and I'm with her, and she opens that bathroom, and she goes inside, and she goes, "That's gross," and walks to the. That's gross.
not deny.
Who the fuck did that?
The door was closed, the fan was on, so
She should have realized.
She
What the
took the
fuck?
risk.
Have you ever gone to a bathroom with the light wasn't on? Was it, honey? Like fuck.
I wanted to throw that out.
That was
She just
no.
walked
I
in
remember
like-
that too because you like came up to me later on and was like,
Something's wrong with them.
"You did him dirty." Like I know, I did.
Something ain't right.
Hey, when you have that fucking demon brewing in your belly, are you not gonna hold? Are you gonna hold it in? You gonna let it out, dude? You gotta let it out. That's
You gotta
uncomfortable.
get your
Yeah.
fucking morning schedule together, dude.
That's when you walk away from the
you know
back
my
of the
morning
truck
schedule's
about
like
30
15
feet.
shits every other 10 seconds. Like it's fucking
Something's
ridiculous.
wrong,
That's
bro.
wrong.
Yeah, see, something's wrong. Something's every 15 seconds. Like, come on,
Nah,
I understand taking like after a
Those
night of
twisted
heavy
teas,
drinking,
What I'm
I'll stand
saying
4
is
or 5
also I'll
shits,
get up,
but like, come
I'll
on,
take my morning shit, and then like 15 minutes later, bro, Chris,
dog, something's
Chris
wrong.
was on the
Something's
shit,
wrong,
and I'm like, are you done? I need a shit again.
dog.
But it's because I ate Chiba Hut last night, so
I've
sure
heard
if
the
that's just
substitute
cheap.
passing at
Cut the
one
tees.
point.
right after this, you gotta hit
There
me
was
with
one.
that Indian
I
job.
don't remember who else was there. It was definitely you, Trey.
Talk about the apartment?
Yeah. I don't remember who our other person was, but it was like, dude, I can smell that in the truck, and that's a second floor apartment.
The one bedroom apartment is just in the living room
God.
sitting there. How are you doing this?
I felt so bad. I went to go put the bed back together, and I was like, no, this has to happen now. Like, I can't be in that position for that long. It's happening, so I just got to go get them. And I did not think it would be that bad. But
Yeah, I remember speaking of
leftover Music City is not a good combination.
I remember speaking of farces. One day I was working with James. It was just me and him on a 2-man. And I was out until 4 in the morning, and all that kind of stuff. So I went to work and everything, didn't feel the great. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to eat this bag of Takis and this ham and cheese croissant wedge from 7-Eleven with the Gator Light and a Monster. The pineapple flavor, sugar-free. Brad knows about that one. Delicious.
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good. So I had that, and then I remember me and James were halfway through unloading like this fucking storage unit and all this. We were going. I walked in there and just let some demons loose, you know what I mean? Like a priest needed to come in there, like throw some holy water around, kind of stuff.
Hail Mary.
So like I did that and everything.
Turns
Remember
its head around and
Yeah.
gets pea soup
I
in.
remember walking back to the truck and I was like, James, don't go in there. He's like, whatever, dude. I'm gonna grab the rest of the stuff, and I just hear him go, "Oh, what the fuck?" It was so good because he came back to me. He's like, "Sean, something's wrong, dude." I was like, "Dude, staying out till 4 in the morning, bro." I ate a bag of Takis and a ham and cheese croissant wedge from fucking 7-Eleven.
I'll set this one up for boot. We had a customer take a pretty gnarly one, and that was the 4th to a 3rd day. So emotions were weak, legs were shaky already. No food, retired. And, we get to the unload. Oh, so where'd you like this? Where'd you like that? We have a full truck of garbage. Like, we know it's not going to fit. Everything's going to stack to the ceiling in this new place. She goes, well, I hope you get the toilet paper pretty fast. Oh, you filthy little hobgoblin.
I did get to it pretty fast.
You filthy little hobgoblin.
Their storage closet was attached to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So I go to put a storage rack in there. Hit the door, locked. Just a minute.
That job is the worst.
That was probably
Worst. I have a video. But yeah, that's the kind of job that gets you to like just contemplate
Leaving.
Existence.
your whole
Yeah.
life.
It's one of those things like, but I land on my head from
She
this
made
third
it, dude.
story. I can.
It was
do it, right?
8 a.m. on Fat Tuesday, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm from New Orleans, so Mardi Gras." And, none of this mess happened today. Are you fucking kidding me? And that, if you live in an apartment for 11 years, she's like, "Good God," and you've cleaned not once.
Of course not. Why would that? We had one of those moments today, actually, going back to this week and moving. the old folks' home, like lift up the couch, and Kaylin was like, "Why are there so many mouse traps everywhere?" I just gestured vaguely at the floor. There was so many crumbs and like, random food items. It's fucking hilarious.
His TV remote was stuck in a mouse trap.
Big, like sticky ones. It was fucking.
There was
hilarious.
so much shit.
I know exactly what dresser you're talking about. Because I remember
Motherfucker.
there's one time I asked you, so I was like, man, why the fuck does this job suck so much? And when I was walking in with you, one like,
That's Kyle's
You just
thing.
gotta look around.
he looked at me, I was like, you're right, Kyle. Just watch. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go grab some, but
Sometimes
you're right.
the words don't need to be said.
just
good.
vaguely gesture.
When I flooded the toilet.
At the engine block house
Yeah,
down Loveland basement. Yeah.
What?
Getting old there, fucking flooded that shit.
It was
should've
the
known
master
better than
bedroom's toilet
Drop
too.
a deuce in a basement in Loveland.
No.
No, it was the
It was
master
their master
bedroom.
bedroom because it was the
Yeah.
only bathroom that
Okay.
worked, and
Oh my God.
I told him.
Sounds like that one.
I said, I need to let it out, dude. He's like, you go do your thing. I did.
Sweetie, you go
ahead and
Make your brains out.
no. This dude was more like
Derek was like, I even flushed before I wiped.
I was like, so I know
do a courtesy flush?
No, I
Come on,
know.
bud.
Dude, so I fucking flushed.
Halfway
and
through.
Dude, no, it swallowed my dookie. And then out of nowhere, clean water, just gray water, but just pouring up. And it's just so I turned off the water as quick as possible because that shit happened at my house a lot. And I ran out there, I grabbed a pad and I threw it on the fucking ground. And I fucking swallowed it up with the pad and I went up to him. I was like, yo, dude, just to let you know, I totally just flooded your toilet right now. And I told him, like, I contemplated it. I went and told
He
Brad and
came
Eric
out-
first.
Yeah.
And I was like, guys, I just flooded this fucking
He
toilet.
came out, he was like,
And Brad and Eric both responded the same fucking way. Well, you're
better
gonna
go tell him.
I'm not gonna go
so
tell
I
him
go
my
up to him and I'm
coworker.
like, yo, dude, so I just flooded your toilet. And he's like, fuck, dude. I thought I fixed that problem. And I was like, yes, it wasn't my fault. Like, it swallowed my dookie and it's just clean water. He's not going to know I dropped deuce in here. He might have just thought I flushed my pee. Like, but dude,
Nah, he didn't.
he walked in right after I was sitting there swimming it up with the
Yeah.
pad. I'm like laying like I'm fucking knees and hands like swiping this water because pads aren't that absorbable unless
No.
they sit in water that long. But I grabbed a shitty blue one, like the thinner ones, and it does kind of absorb. But just
They're
trying
better
to,
trying
to
to like
swipe it all into one corner.
shiny cloth ones. Do not.
Oh, it was horrible,
take any of
dude.
That's all right.
But I felt so much better after my shit,
Yeah.
you know?
It's usually how it goes.
As a redemption story, though, Derek did make George plunge a toilet with his bare fucking hand.
What?
No shit.
There's no way. You're fucking lying. You're a goddamn liar.
Swear to God.
Did anyone else know about
This
this?
is a professional work.
Yeah. Did anyone else know about
I'm
this?
calling Linda now.
Who knew
You are Linda!
True. We're
Bennett, do you know about this?
No.
Yeah.
Trey, do you know about this?
Dude,
Wow, do you know about this?
I knew.
All right, Derek,
Dude, it was me, Derek, and fucking George.
Oh, shit.
And Derek tells George, because George is like, I
Don't
pooped up there. And,
fucking do it, dude. Don't.
He's like, it won't go down. Like, well, it went down, but like, now it's clogged, so I had to turn the water off. And there's no plunger, and Derek's like cool as a cucumber, bro. Like he's done it before. He's like,
Probably has.
well, you know what? The only thing you can do, George. He's like, what? It's like, you're gonna have to cup your hand. And you're gonna have to plunge that out.
Bro, you know 100% was fucking. I 100% was. I
There's
was 100%
no way you
fucking
did
with
that.
him, dude.
Derek was fucking. You could tell.
I
Derek
was fucking with him. It came out, dude. Casual.
Yeah, but
That's
he
a
did.
fucking lying. You're in
He
cahoots.
didn't do it.
You're in cahoots.
Give CPR to the
my
fucking
God.
toilet.
He sure did.
He did. Hey, if he didn't, he got it down somehow.
Dude, he comes back and he was like, well, it worked. That's like,
I bet you he didn't.
Dude, I don't know how he got it down. Like, what did he do?
Dude,
what
dude,
the fuck did he
there
do?
was water all over him.
He should have just taken his clothes off to do
He
it.
was so scared, dude. He was so scared.
I've been doing that.
Like he's seen some shit. He like
came back from
Yeah, just like,
Oh my god.
I just had to fight the biggest shit in that bathroom right now.
I was like, George,
Honestly, don't know if that was the full scenario. I don't know if I told him to cup it with his hands. I told him something, but fuck, he did.
Well, you said you're
God, don't fucking
you're gonna have to use your bare hands, George. I guess. And he was like, and you were like, no, like for real, cup it.
Okay, see, that does sound like me.
That sounds like something I would.
George,
I wouldn't recommend
George
it.
It's like you actually did it.
It was like 30 minutes though. It was like 30 minutes later.
Yeah.
He came out of the bathroom and was like, I got it down.
Yeah. And I told George, I was like, wait, you said it was clean in there. He's like, yeah, but it was clogged. And I was like, just leave. You could have just left it how it was.
Oh,
They would have never known. He was like, God damn it!
That is so fucking good.
That's a pretty good story to close on. We'll get some last thoughts here. Anybody got anything to throw out?
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and smash that like button so we can get more in the algorithm and shit.
I can bring up one dumb thing
Notification
from
bell,
last
that's right.
week too that I don't think
All right,
we
fuck me
mentioned
then.
at all, but
What?
you did your
Fuck
thing.
you, Sean.
But that guy that we moved to California to, the other weird part of that was that he kept asking if we like hated our jobs, like especially to me. I don't know if he did that. to
He
you
asked
so
me
much,
if I hated my job
but,
more
yeah.
than one time.
Because you guys
It's just
acted like you hated your job.
Well, we probably did at that point, but anyway,
You had to drive all the way to
Right, 'cause he
California?
hated his job.
because he knew he wasn't going to tip
Me and
us,
Rowdy
and then
did.
we were being
No!
even more
That Cali
pissed.
job was
But
tight.
yeah,
He didn't
oh,
fucking
yeah.
tip you guys?
Nope.
Are,
Piece of
That'll be in
shit.
the
are
next
you
podcast.
fucking kidding me?
Anyway.
The whole trip is actually recorded in the last podcast. It'll
Yep.
come out in the next day or so, which is when this one comes out. We need to end it. That's the end. We'll see you next week. Tip your member. Thanks for
The
coming out.
Dookie episode.
Boof ya. Boof ya.
3, 2, 1.
More of a jalapeno popper type of situation. More of pop. More of a jalapeno popper type of situation. More of pop.
1.
Jalapeno.